So this is a walkthrough of some GMing that I'm hoping to do. It'd be good if people could shadow and look at GMing. The problem is only one person can really use the screen at a time. So this is an advanced walkthrough of what I plan to do. Two rules, very important rules if you're being a games master in anything. One, always have a dry run. Run through the mission by yourself to make sure it actually works and you don't have any errors or bugs. And number two, always have a plan B or a backup mission in case it all goes horribly, horribly wrong. So this is a walkthrough of something that I plan to be doing. Okay, so we start off by going to Elysium, which is Q, and then pressing number 2. That'll jump you to the Elysium system, and you use the star key to jump the player ship to the middle. And that's a good place to start. Now, if you press V, you can select commands to send to the ships. So V1 will tell them to head to the gate. So it tells them the gates are all set, and then go down now. When they go down to the gate, you can tell them you're ready to jump.
Attention, all ships.
Unfortunately, the actual voice recording only plays from the server, which is a bit of a bummer, but you know, it scares the persons on the server. Okay, then press Q to jump, 1 to go to a blank screen, and it says like transition. Move the players to the middle using star, and then spawn a random area, which is E and 7. B6 will spawn the jump in the supply ship, and it should tell them they're spawning. Now we're going to pretend we're going through enemy territory, so there's going to be some bad guys, just a couple. So we delete the scarrons, we don't want it to be too hard, and which is by spawning a small enemy wave.
Priority message. Identify unknown targets and engage and neutralize hostile
threats. The 3 menus
threats.
tell them to engage enemies. Once the player ships will then rush off and eliminate these few bad guys. It shouldn't take very long. Once they're gone, we go on to the next part of the mission where we jump to the actual mission area where we're going to be rescuing a lost probe.
Attention, all ships. Prepare for stellar jump.
Okay, when you hear that, when you're told to stellar jump, player ships, please stop and stand still and wait for the next section to actually load. Again, so E1 to go to a blank. Oh, sorry, Q1 to go to a blank screen. E7 to load up a random area. And then we're going to create the probe, which is a collectible, which is a game object, G, and choose collectible. When the player ship goes near it, it'll disappear as if it's been collected. Now, because the probe broke, because of some weird energy type stuff, this sector is not properly scattered out. So the next job of players is to move around as if they're hunting out. We're going to pretend there's some reason, there's some sort of weird energy which is disrupting sensors, which is why the probe broke and why the players are going to be hunting around. As the players are hunting around, hopefully very, very slowly, if I nicely, I'm going to spawn a few interesting things. So like, for instance, we could spawn I think it's a black hole. So other environmental spawn black hole. Something not so deadly with some Xenos, X, and spawn a couple of space whales, and maybe another couple of Xenos. Let's choose what are they called? Biomechs. Okay, X is Biomechs. I'll tell you though, when you spawn them, often, you know, in the sandbox, they're normally spawned hostile. Next, we're going to spawn something interesting, which is a planet. Without a mod, planets look pretty ugly, but it should be something interesting. And this planet is the source of the weird energy reading, which is so powerful, it's disrupting sensors. So this is a very, very interesting planet. And it's quite a discovery. We need to find out what's going on, what are these energy readings. Now, when the player gets close, let me just show you what the planet looks like. It's actually an ugly planet. But don't be, you know, make it sad. But when they get close, I'm going to spawn in a neutral, which is N, cargo ship. Select it and press D for direction and halt, so it won't run away. And we're going to tell them that this cargo ship is mining the planet from orbit, strip mining it from orbit. Now, they don't have a license. This is USFP territory, and you know, you wouldn't strip mine a planet from orbit unless it's been properly checked. I mean, there could be living things on there. There's obviously something very, very, very wrong. When they get caught up on it, H hostiles, make hostile, they're actually bad guys. They're obviously, this is an illegal strip mining operation. And when they get caught, we're going to spawn some pirates, which I think is Independence I, and then press the 6 or 7 for pirates. Just spawn a couple of those guys. Fighty, take that, pirates. That shouldn't be too much of a challenge, especially if it's a multi-ships. You could always spawn more, maybe even a couple of Scarons, just to make them exciting. Now, the mission's all done. When the supply ship's getting ready to return, they get a distress signal. It's on the way back home. It's easy to reroute to get to. Some transports are coming under attack. Well, of course, the valiant members of the Stellar Navy are here to help.
Attention, all ships. Prepare for stellar jump.
Okay, so we jump. Q1 to make a new area. Let's spawn the... Oh, actually, that's the wrong around, okay? Make sure you spawn area. If you want new area, random sector. So E7. Then spawn the base, supply ship, and a couple of transports, which are neutrals. So N, 2 for transport. A couple of those. And then we're going to spawn the enemies that are attacking them. So wave, and this is a level 7. So that should give them... finish off with a bit more combat. Again, V to give them another voice message to engage the enemy. Now, if the mission was running out of time, we could make smaller wave. Totally skip this bit.
Identify unknown targets and engage and neutralize hostile threats.
Okay, or if the mission was running really late, we could actually tell some of these enemies to surrender. So that it gives them more of an RP kind of thing. So they're safe. They go to the supply ship, which is generates a huge jump field. That's how they get around outside of the gate network.
Attention, all ships. Prepare for stellar jump.
Jump back to Elysium, which is where we started from, and then tell the ships to dock and finish their mission, which is V dock. And that will tell the ships to
dock at the nearest station and await your official debriefing.
And that's it. So the players then dock, mission over. Like I said, things could be cut, enemies can be told to surrender, all that kind of jazz. So it's going to, so we can adjust the time. And that's pretty much the mission and how you run it. It's way harder when the pressure's on, but you know.